There's a new comp dominating TFT patch 15.2, so today I'm going to show you how to play and counter Akali Protectors. To start, let's open up your team planner. You're going to select Kennen, Malphite, Janna, Rakan, Neeko, Akali, K'Sante, Ryze, Lee Sin, and Zyra. For the early game, we'll look to play around protector units like Kennen, Malphite, Rakan, Janna, and Neeko. Janna will be our early AP item holder, and Rakan or Neeko will be our early tank item holders. For the mid game, around level 6 and 7, if you happen to find your K'Sante, Ryze, or Akali, definitely play those, but if not, you can add in a Ziggs or other tanky units to try and minimize the damage you're taking. Ideally at stage 4-2, you're able to level up to 8 and roll down to hit your board, finding your Akali, K'Sante, and Ryze, and stabilizing your board with the rest of your units. Once you're stable, econ back up to 50 gold, 2-star the rest of your board, and then you can look to start pushing levels. On level 9, you'll look to add in a Lee Sin with the Executioner trait, and if you are able to make it to level 10, you can add in a Zyra for additional team stat bonuses. For itemization, Akali is going to be the main carry of this comp. Right now, it seems like her best in slot items are an Archangels, a Rage Blade, and a Spear of Shojin. The vote is clearly still out on what her true best in slot is, as we've also seen people play a Nashor's Tooth, a Jewel Gauntlet, or even a Hand of Justice. Once you've itemized your Akali, the goal with the rest of your items is to cover your utility bases with Magic Shred and Anti-Heal. You can do that with either an Ionic Spark and a Sunfire Cape on the K'Sante, or a Morello Namicon and a Void Staff on a Ryze. For augments, since this comp is a fast 8 comp, I usually would try and prioritize getting an Econ augment early in the game, that way I'm able to start stacking my gold and make it to level 8 on stage 4-2. For my second or third augment, I'm going to look for a combat augment that will allow my carries to sustain throughout the fight and hopefully 1v9. And my third priority is an item augment to make sure I get as close to best in slot as I can on my Akali and my K'Sante. For power-ups, I've seen a ton of people say that Crimson Veil is almost a necessity when playing this comp, but in general, when I play, I just look for things that are going to give her CC immunity, Omnivamp, or Damage Amp, that way she's able to continue scaling and 1v9 the board. And for the second power-up, K'Sante is typically going to be the holder, looking for things like Unstoppable, All Out, Fusion Dance, or Standalone are all great options, but anything that's going to make him tankier is worth playing. So now that I've shown you the units, items, power-ups, and augments for this comp, it's time to show you how to position it and how to counter it. So be sure to drop a follow and stay tuned for the next video.